Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome everybody to a special live stream today. We've got a special guest, the big man in the Philippines. And we're not going to be out here long today. We just wanted to do an update. He did want to say thank you to my viewers and subscribers for the help he received. And, we're just going to talk about the importance of having an expat community over here, the importance of having a sound health plan or a plan period, because remember, most of us don't plan at all. The only plan we have is to stick our banana in some woman's tailpipe over here. We got to do a lot better than that. So go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, because honestly, I don't know you. I watched your videos, and that's how I saw that you were in the hospital, but I couldn't find anybody that knew anything about you.
Well, first of all, Sunshine, I've been watching you a long time, and I really appreciate what you've done for me, what the Sunshine community did for me. And needless to say, I'm a man that's almost 70 years old, and I've never had to ask anybody for anything. I've raised my kids, et cetera, et cetera. But here we are in this situation. Your question was again, Sunshine?
How are you, man? How are you today?
Well, I'll be honest with you. It's difficult, but I'm recovering. When I went to the hospital, I was actually very sick. I had a video call with my daughter, and she told me, "Dad, just go to the hospital there in the Philippines." My original plan was to go to Guam.
Yeah, so what do you have, Medicare or something?
I have United Healthcare, Medicare. That's what I have.
Okay, yeah. So why didn't you
Medicare.
make it to? So were you too sick to make it to Guam? Is that what it was?
Well, initially my plan was to go to Guam because my doctors, I have regular video interviews with my doctor, and I complained about muscle pain. I was having tremendous muscle pain, which turned out to be another autoimmune disease attacking my muscles. So he was correct. So anyhow, when I went to the hospital here, was simply because I was so sick, I didn't know what to do. My daughter told me, go to the hospital here. And when I went here, they said, you got to stay. We got to check you out. And I was really sick. I was sicker than I really thought I was. Not only did I develop the autoimmune, but I was hypothyroid.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because one of the viewers went to visit you and they said you had checked out the hospital against the doctor's orders. So we're wanting to know, what's your status right now? Should you be
Well,
back into the hospital, or are you in the right situation right now, being at home?
well, one thing for sure and two for certain, the Philippines does have a privacy, and the viewer who said that they went to check on me, I would try to validate that a little more. Um, here's one way you can say that possibly is a misnomer, is misinformation, because in order for you to leave the hospital, you have to have a clearance. You have to have a clearance. That you have to have, the doctor has to say, I'm releasing him. And the doctor has to say Here's all his charges. Here's all the things he owes us for. And
Right.
you gotta go pay that. So you gotta have a doctor's clearance. The doctor has got to release you. You can't get out of there, man. You can't leave that
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
And
I
you gotta
believe you.
pay the bill. You gotta pay the
I
bill.
believe you. I'm just saying, he said you signed a waiver to get out of there. But anyway, I know you wanted to thank the viewers for what we did, because you're thanking me. All I did was ask. I asked them and they responded.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and they were asking me questions about you. I don't know you. I didn't do it because we're best friends or something. I did it because I saw a fellow expat in need.
Right.
I mean, it's no big deal. Now, what are your plans going forward?
Well, I plan to take the paperwork that I got from the hospital, forward it to my medical file in the USA, Cleveland Clinic. There, my doctor can review it. He can review all the labs. He can review all the echoes, all the MRIs. He can review all of that, and then he can suggest a treatment plan for me. So I got a message from one of your viewers who says that he offers an insurance plan, healthcare, here in the Philippines that would cover me. Whereas if I, for instance, went to the hospital again in the Philippines, I would be covered. So, number one, I plan to look into that. First and
Yeah.
foremost, I want to thank each and every one of the subscribers who sent me a message, who sent me a get well, who sent me a half a peso. Whatever you sent me, just give me a second. I'm gonna respond to your emails and your messages. But like I said, today is the first day, wallahi, I swear to you, today is the first day that I felt human. But last night, I was up all night. But this morning, I feel human. I feel like, I want to do something. I'm gonna
Okay.
respond to each and every one of you. I'm gonna thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Now, it sounds to me like you're not going back to the United States
Oh no,
for
man.
treatment.
Oh man, no.
For treatment.
Uh, no, no. Now the only way I'll go back to the U.S. for treatment is that my doctor, Dr. Vincent D'Alessandro in Chesterland, Ohio. This guy is the smartest guy I know since my father. If he tells me, Raji, you need to come back here, etc., 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 I'll come back there. Other than that, no, don't count on me going nowhere. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Don't count on me.
but see, you have to be, let me say this. We have to be, not you, our own healthcare advocate. Your doctor
Mm,
doesn't know what you feel, what you're feeling. But I just
yeah.
want to say this to you. Uh, we only get one get out of the hospital free card over here. You do understand that, right?
I don't understand what you mean. Get out of the hospital free car.
The free card. I mean, the guys coming rallying around, helping
Mm,
you pay your bill. That only happened. You're fortunate that that happened, because some people it
yeah,
never
yeah,
happens to.
yeah,
What I'm saying is, we're expecting you, and you should be expecting yourself to get better, to have some type of plan. Okay,
yeah.
that's going to,
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure, for sure,
so you
for
can get
sure,
better. This is what
for
I'm saying,
sure,
because when
for
I'm asking
sure,
you about your plans going forward, I'm not talking about talking to doctors. I'm talking about, what do you plan on doing
for
for
sure.
yourself to
Yeah,
get better?
for sure. Yeah, yeah. Okay, got your point. So first and foremost is I had a plan, a backup plan as far as my health care went. There was some loopholes in there that caused it to fall. So one thing that's major to me is my medicine. I gotta have my medicine. I gotta have the right medicine, no imitation medicine. Next, I gotta do some exercise. Okay. So my plans is to close that loophole and get my medicine, get me some exercise. I've already started with one of the main things that I was told was to eat the fruits. So I gotta eat the fruits and exercise. And if I do that and take my medicines, everyone has said I should be fine. I shouldn't have any problems.
Who's
Anything.
everyone? What did the
Uh,
doctors tell you? What advice did the doctors give you? Forget everybody else, because I
yeah,
looked under your comments and everybody has all this advice for you. These people aren't doctors, okay?
yeah,
They're not healthcare professionals, most of them. What did the
yeah.
doctor tell you when you checked out of that hospital?
He told me, number one, come back and see him. Number two, eat fruits and vegetables. Number three, exercise. Number four, lose weight. And number five, he told me to not stress. He says, if you
Okay,
do these five things, you will be fine.
so why wasn't you doing that before?
Well, actually, only thing I wasn't doing was getting my medication because, like I said, there was a loophole. There was a kick the can down the road. I have my son in the U.S. He sends me my medicine. And unfortunately, he got so busy every month, he kicked the can down the road. So I'm not trying to press him. I went out here and I bought the medicine. However, the medicine is imitation because there's no way I should have been hypothyroid because I take levothyroxine. The medicine was no good.
Okay,
Yeah. So what do?
so
I get my good medicine, take my medicine, I get some exercise. What I do is the things that was on your numerous videos, man. Exercise, eat right. You see,
yeah,
the
but
doctor.
that's easier. That's easier said. That's easier said than done. You had a medical emergency, right?
Yes, yes.
Why not go back to the United States, get all that taken care of, and come back? The Philippines isn't going anywhere. Don't you realize that your life is more important? How important it is that you get the right prescriptions and all that. So why not just go back? I'm just asking you. Why not just go back and get a full checkup from your doctor in the Cleveland Clinic, get your prescriptions, and come back? Why would you take the risk of basically doing nothing, waiting around for somebody else? Because I'm gonna tell you something: eating right, exercising, that's easier said than done. Okay, you try cutting out that sugar, and you may not want to. You may want to talk to the doctor first before you start fooling with your diet and taking this out and leaving that out. And what kind of exercise did he say you that he wanted you to do?
Well, first of all, going back to the U.S. For me, that's out the picture. Okay, because I can get my medicines. I have prescriptions from my doctor. I just need to get my medicines in a timely fashion and get them here. All the time I've been here before, now it I had a slip up. 6 months, I should have gotten 2 deliveries of medicine. Okay. So I had a slip up with my medicine. I don't need to go back to the United States to exercise. I don't need to go back to the United States to eat fruits and vegetables. I don't need that. You see, what I need more important than the USA is here, this lifestyle, the way I'm living, the environment that I'm in, the things that I'm learning every day, the people that I'm meeting every day and the purpose that I'm serving by being on that vlog, telling the people about my experience, boots on the ground here in the Philippines. Now, that's more
Yeah, I get
important to
that,
me
man. I get
than
that.
anything
We
else.
get the hold on. We get that, man. But you're not gonna do us any good if you're dead. Okay,
Yeah, but here's the
that's all
thing.
I'm saying. You know,
Here's the
this
thing, Sunshine.
this is serious. This is serious business. I'm just letting you know that you were very, very fortunate, man. You had a medical emergency. Now all of a sudden, what, you well now? Is that what you're telling us? You're okay, right?
What I'm telling you is that I'm recovering. I'm recovering. And in my recovery, what I'm telling you is that I cannot recover no better, no faster, no easier if I was in the US or if I'm in the Philippines. What I need to do is not something new. It's not new. The prescription that I need to do, I've been told that before. Okay. I've done it to a certain extent, but not to the extent that I really need to do it to. Now that I'm older and I've had this emergency, now I need to make that a priority. You follow me? If I make that a priority in the future, yeah, the time will catch up with all of us. All of us is going to taste that dirt. But in between now and then, I can live a good life. I can have good health. And when my time comes, it comes. But
Yeah,
here's what I'm
but listen, ho, because you're confusing us, man. You were on your back, man. You needed help. Now all of a sudden you got all the answers. I'm not, getting I'm not pushing back on you. I don't want to kick a man when he's down, but I called this live stream just so you can kind of, explain to us what's going on, man. But hell, we're confused now. It's like your lifestyle that you're living over here damn near killed you. It didn't,
no, it
it
did.
wasn't
No,
helping you.
no, don't misunderstand. My lifestyle here extended my life. What damn near killed me was the fact that I did not have my medicines. The
So you got
reason
it
I did,
now? So you got it now?
yes, I got a delivery yesterday. The reason why I didn't get my medicine, I told you, I'm not trying to put no blame on no one, but every time I come here, every time I get my medicine, I get it from the same person. They send me the medicine. Unfortunately, they've been so busy, they work, etc., and they didn't send me the medicine. So I bought substitute medicine. Try to understand. I'm taking medicine that's generic, and it literally, some of it was no good. It didn't work. I didn't
Right.
know.
Now,
I'm
do you
taking it.
understand? Do you understand what generic medicine is?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's just a different chemical used to
No,
make the same
no,
medicine
no, it's not.
by another
They
manufacturer.
call it generic and brand name because the company has the copyright to the name. It's the exact same drug. These other companies, they can't call it, just say,
Yeah.
just name a medicine you're taking.
Plavix.
Okay,
Plavix.
so just say Plavix. So if you look under your prescription and you see in parentheses the chemical name, that's what they're going to call it. That's what's going to be the generic name for Plavix. But it's the same damn thing. The only thing is these other companies can't call it Plavix. Okay, you're in my line of business now. I should do that every
Okay.
day for 20 years. Now,
Now here's
whether the
what I learned.
medication, let me finish. Whether the medication is the same over here as it is in America now, that's a different story. Also, you're talking about getting a prescription, I mean, a healthcare plan from some guy, right?
Hmm.
now,
Yeah.
do you understand that it's your health that buys your healthcare insurance, not your money? Okay, you're probably looking at about, even over here for this insurance over here, you're probably, with your situation, you just got out of the hospital. That's one of the questions they're going to ask you. Okay, on the medications you're taking, your height, your weight, your medical history, man, you're probably looking at $500 or $600 a month over here for a plan. Okay, don't let these
I have
guys fool you. Don't let these guys fool you. Okay, and remember, health insurance is not health care.
Yeah.
Let me read this super chat. Thanks, W Secrets to Success. He said, "Who's there at the house to assist you?"
I have here at this house, I have a lot of people to assist me, cook my food, do everything for me.
Are you married?
Take care of my take care of my birds. I'm Muslim. Muslim can have 4 wives.
So you're married?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Let me ask you, did you plan on getting sick?
I planned on the event if I became sick, what I would do. I
Okay.
didn't
What
plan
what was the
getting sick.
plan? What was the plan?
My plan was whatever came on me, get to Guam.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. I was talking to a guy from Panama yesterday, and he said the same thing. He said, "Oh, just go back to the United States if you're able to." What if you're on your back, like you were in the hospital? First of all, when I'm talking about a plan, I'm talking about, do you have any money set to the side? Because guys would tell us, people will come on here and they'll say, "Hey, you need 20,000 set aside if you're going to self
Yeah,
care," and we'll
yeah,
push back on that. We'll say,
yeah.
"Oh, I don't need that much." Listen to what I'm saying. Even if you had 5,000,
Mm.
okay, how much money did you have set aside for that?
Well, I didn't actually have money set aside for health care. I had money set aside for health care and the event I die. There was a combination. 70 some thousand pesos is what I had. So the event I died here in the Philippines, they have what's called a conduli. You know, you die, they kill a cow, everybody come eat the food, et cetera, et cetera. Before the sunset, they put you in the ground. So that would have been plenty of
Right.
money to take care of that. Any
But
event
that's
I
not
got
health care.
sick, yeah, any event that I got sick, I could use that same money, which could buy me medicine, could see a doctor, et cetera, et cetera. However, the scam, the scheme, the way it's set up in the hospital, no, 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 70 some thousand is nowhere near enough. You need to store it at 150,000 because remember, everything you do, you gotta pay for. If you get an x-ray, if you get a blood test, whatever, and
Okay.
you gotta pay that money, man,
Okay.
before they do it.
How long have you been here?
This stay has been over a year. I
Okay,
came May
so you
4th
didn't
of
so you
2023.
didn't what kind of research did you do then? If you
Oh,
thought 70,000 was going to be enough, because the next question I got is, how expensive is a night in the hospital?
it that's the other thing. It can vary. My
No, I mean
situation,
where you were. No, where you
that's
stayed,
what
what it cost you.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. It varies. First, when I first got to the hospital, I was paying 250 pesos an hour because there was no rooms available. When a room became available, the only thing I could get was a single room, which cost me almost 4,000 pesos a day. Other than that, there was no place in the hospital they said I could go. So it varies. It's going to vary on what the capacity of being full in the hospital is, how they want to manipulate you as a patient to get money. It's going to vary. There's no set,
Okay,
like, this is
right.
what it's
But
going to cost. No.
4,000 a night is not that bad. How many nights were you in there?
I think I was there 5 or 6 nights.
Yeah, that's not that bad for a hospital stay. Man, you know how much a hospital stay is in America? Hell,
Yeah, it's expensive.
Your Medicare Part A deductible is twice, it's going to cost you twice as much as what you paid for the 5 or 6 days in the hospital.
Well, let me remind you, what you're talking about is not the USA. You're talking about the Philippines. What you're talking about is not being in the USA working and having money and having insurance.
No,
You're
no,
talking about
no,
being in the
no.
Philippines on a
I'm talking
on a
about how much it costs for you to stay in that hospital. That's what we're saying
yeah.
because we want to know.
That's what
We've never been in the hospital.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't think that 4,000 pesos a day is small. Think of it in Philippine money. Think of it as a person that's retired that's getting 1,200 US dollars a month. 4,000
Okay?
pesos a day is a lot
Yeah,
of money.
right. Well,
Okay, that's a lot of money.
that's why
Yeah,
I asked you, brother. Don't, I'm not trying to be mean, but that's why I asked you, did you have a plan to get
I
sick
had a
over here?
plan. I had a plan.
70,000, that's not a good plan.
Well, obviously you're right. It's
70,000
but
pesos is nothing.
exactly right. When you
Hey,
look at
PMAX 62, Bob 2010. Welcome to the Sunshine Shoulders community. Thanks for your support. Hey, Cos, thank you. And we're not trying to get you upset, man. You're sick. We know that. We're just trying to
no,
get an update. We're trying to find out where you are, how we can continue to help you, what help you need, what are you going to do for yourself? Okay, because you only get one get out of the hospital free card here. Okay, most of us don't get that. I'm trying to help you. I'm saying, hey, man, look, did you go walking today? Are you able to go walking today?
no, I haven't been nowhere today. It's here. It's like 9:57. I've been up since 3 o'clock. You know, I I'm not 100%. Okay, I spend most of my time preparing for just getting on this live. But the thing I want
Okay.
people to understand is this: is basically, if you're retired and you're trying to plan for getting sick, I don't know how you're going to do it because the amount of money that they can milk out of you is unlimited. There's only way I caught on to how they do it. That was the only way I was able to limit some of my calls. That when I caught on and I stopped them at this point, that point, what I'm trying to say is, man, is this: you can plan, you can put 200,000, you can put 1,000,000 there. If you can afford to do that, go ahead, do it. But when you get in the hospital here in the Philippines, they're going to get every red cent of that. They're going to get every
Okay. Okay.
centavo of it.
Thanks. I'm glad you're saying that because here's the point I made yesterday on my members on, well, not yesterday, day before. Maybe we can't afford to live here because you got good insurance in the States. I'm asking you, is it a good idea? Because people are watching. We want to know. We want to hear it from the horse's mouth. Hindsight being 2020, is it a good idea for retired people to give up their insurance and move overseas where their insurance is no good? As we get older, we're going to need that insurance. Okay. Is that a good idea? Do you think that was a good idea on your part or anybody's part to forfeit their insurance that they paid into their whole life, work for, that will help them as they get older? And because as we get older, more than likely we're going to have a chronic illness or something. Is that a good idea?
Common sense dictates to give up your insurance is not a very good idea. I never gave up my insurance. I always used my insurance. I always talked to the doctors back in the USA. My plan included a way to use my insurance to get help in the event that I became ill, but I would never give up my insurance. I would have a plan that will enable you to use your insurance wherever
Did it
you
help
go.
you? Did it help you in the hospital?
In the Philippines, my insurance did not help me one iota.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm asking you. If I'm somebody watching this right now and I'm thinking about coming to the Philippines, I've got a Medicare Advantage plan, I've got Medicare, I've got my retirement insurance, but I know when I get to the Philippines, it's not going to help me any. Would that be a good decision?
Yeah, what you would do is you would have a strategy to leave the Philippines and go someplace where your insurance is accepted. It's a 3-hour flight. It's a 2-hour flight
Okay,
here. So
but you
don't give
on
up
you on
your
your back. You on your back, brother. You couldn't get out of the country. Is what I'm
exactly.
saying. But let's go on because I got some more questions. I'm gonna take some from the audience. He says, Golden Gate, thanks for that super chat. He said, I'm happy his condition improved and he is temporarily better. But were any of his family members in the hospital with him? He seemed alone. They said you seemed alone.
Yeah. Well, I have a son whom I took care of and raised here in the Philippines while I was back in the USA. And he came from his job in Davao to stay with me. And they call it, I forget the word they use, but they have a term for the person who stays with you. And he stayed with me. He made sure that my bills were paid. He made sure that I got transported every place I needed to be transported. He did everything for me. He's here with me now.
Okay. He said, thanks for the super chat, Drew. He said, give the 4 wives your new dietary guidelines to help extend your life. You have wives to prepare you 3 square meals and 1 wife to make the snacks, he said. So where were they while you were sick?
Here in the Philippines. Well, in their prospective places. They were in their
Oh, so
prospective
they're
places.
not there with you. They're not there with you. Hey, Dexter,
No.
thanks for that super chat. He said, too many excuses. He said, brother, put your health first. Don't get offended. Have an ear to hear, he says. Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
not. People are saying we're beating up on you. We're not. We're just saying, hey, this is serious, man. People don't understand. A lot of us have no reason. I mean, we don't have the money really to live overseas for real. We think it's easy. We think, oh, I got a pension every month, but we don't really plan for emergencies, man. $1,200 a month with and 70,000 for your medical. That's not enough, man. It's not nearly enough. But you're a grown man. We're grown. But it's okay to have these conversations because it's going to push somebody forward with their decision. They're going to think, oh, what can I do? Because you don't want to use your insurance. Let's see the word. You don't need insurance until you need it. Okay, all these plans about leaving the country and all that, that's fine. But if you're on your back and you can't get up out of the hospital, see, we got to plan it all the way through. I made a video today. Lack of planning is our problem over here. And wherever you go, all we plan on doing is putting our banana in some woman's tailpipe. Guys, if y'all listening to me, that's not enough over here. The woman is not enough. Don't move overseas for some damn woman or some old, cost of living and all that stuff, man. Think this stuff all the way through, or you going to be in trouble. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This
Yeah,
is serious business that we're
this
talking
is
about. I'm not picking on the brother here. I'm talking to my audience. We don't plan
yeah,
over here. We don't plan.
it's serious business. A plan is mandatory. You gotta have a plan. You see, and trust me, people, trust me, believe me, I had a plan. But unfortunately, when you get so sick that you can't put your plan in effect, you're at the mercy. And it that's what happened to me. But
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
had a
have
plan,
a
but
plan.
it wasn't a well thought out plan. It wasn't
No,
a
my
good enough
plan was
plan.
well thought out. It was
No,
well
I'm
thought
telling
out.
you now,
Well
70,000,
thought out.
even under the best circumstances, brother. Listen, 70,000 pesos is nothing. You can't even. How you gonna get back to the? How you gonna get to Guam?
Here,
How you gonna get
70,000.
to Guam?
That's right. The ticket to Guam is $300.
Okay.
It costs you $300 to get to Guam. Now,
Do you got that ticket now? Do you
here's the
got that
thing.
ticket now?
Yeah, I have a ticket. Well, my sons bought me a ticket. My sons bought me a ticket back in June to go to Guam. So yeah, there's a ticket for me to go to Guam. And I can use that ticket anytime now. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can go and make a plan. You can go and make a plan, make a very good plan. I had a good plan. Unfortunately, events occurred that it threw my plan out the window. What I want to tell you is no way, no life can you plan everything to the T. You're going to have things that happen. And when you have things that happen, just as though you're here in the Philippines and you think everything is good, etc., things can go wrong in the Philippines, in the USA, anywhere. Things can go wrong. So make a plan.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, brother. We're not saying that. We're saying that your plan obviously wasn't a viable plan, like he said, because it didn't work. We're trying to help people. We're not picking on you. We're trying to help people. We're trying to say, hey, man, look, before you want to move 8,000 miles on the other side of the planet where your insurance doesn't work, you better have a nice piece of money set to the side. Okay, because yeah, you can plan for that stuff if you got money to the side. If you got money to the side, most of us don't have money to the side, brother. That means we don't have a real viable plan to say, oh, when I get sick, I'm gonna fly to Guam or wherever. Look, you can't sit there. This is what I was talking about on my members on your live stream, and choose what chronic illness is going to affect you. Oh, I got a broken ankle, so I'm gonna catch the plane to Guam. No, you got a heart attack, you got a stroke, or whatever it is. Okay, that's why they call it emergency. Okay, I'm talking to my audience. I'm not even talking to you, brother, because we're going to help you. We're going to continue to help you, but you know, we got to know what we're facing over here. And I don't think a lot of men really do. Okay, some of us just have to be honest. We don't have enough money to live here. And if you do come over here and you don't have enough money, you don't have a good plan, and then you get sick, you can't expect people to bail you out. Okay, this is the message I'm sending people. This brother was very fortunate, man. Somebody helped me before. Okay, when my son was in the hospital, the bill was $350,000. I had 300, It was a Filipino man. There was no YouTube. I was not on YouTube in 2012. Okay, and even if I was, I doubt that there would have been anyone that was going to help me. Okay, so I got compassion for people, but 9 out of 10 of y'all are not going to get the help when you get over here and get sick. That's what I'm saying. So, this is why we need to be more serious about self-care. Health insurance is not going to help you, brother. It's not going to help you. You're not going to be able to afford help. You're not going to be able to afford real health insurance. Okay, if this guy tries to sell you something, there's waiting periods and all kinds of stuff you need to be concerned about. You ask him all of that stuff. Okay, don't let him sell you some plan that's not even going to do you any good.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
When the doctors talk to me, one thing I recognize that immediately flashed through my head was all those videos that you made that I said didn't relate to me. But in actuality, they did relate to me. I didn't see it. I'm telling you, man, the doctor told me get some cement and a stick and make a weight and use that and lift the weight. This is what the doctor told me. He said,
okay.
take some cement and put a stick in it and make a weight.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Bella, thanks for that super stick. But here's what I'm saying. What were you doing before you got sick? Nothing? You're 70 years old. You said on your video that you weigh, what, 300 pounds, you said?
Yeah, 140
You're
kilos.
70, you weigh 300 pounds. You're not doing any exercise at all. You're not taking care of yourself. What were you expecting good to happen? How many years were you expecting to live like that?
Well, actually, that's not the full truth, simply because I go from sun up to sundown. I'm out and about from sun up to sundown. I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of traveling around. I'm very, very active. So as far as me, as a matter of fact, I'm more fit today than perhaps I was when I got out of college. Okay. See, I've been 250, 300 pounds all my life. But now I'm starting to creep down up under the 300 pound. But anyhow, here's the thing. I've been active. I eat good food. I eat the best. You see?
Yeah.
That the Philippines has to offer. I eat the best food, the freshest food. I go all around. I'm everywhere. Okay? You see? And even
so why not go to Guam? Why not go to Guam right now? Now that you're able, you got the ticket. Why don't you go ahead and put that part of the plan? Go ahead and do that part of the plan. Then
because Guam is an emergency exit. Guam is for an emergency. I don't need to go to Guam. It's not for an emergency. Yeah, hear me out. Because I have a doctor that once he receives those paperwork and he goes over it, he's going to do just what we're doing. He's going to video call me. And he's going to say, look, I'm looking at all your things, and this is what I suggest for you to do. Now, that's my doctor in Chesterland, Ohio. Okay, one of the richest suburbs in the U.S.
Yeah, we understand that, brother, and you're very fortunate to have a nice doctor like that. But I'm saying is, if you got United Healthcare, it's probably going to be accepted in Guam under any type of conditions. Why not just go ahead and put that plan into action? I mean, what are you doing now? Just sitting around waiting to get sick again?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm waiting to get sick again. What's going to happen in the future is going to happen in the future. What I'm doing right now is I'm doing the things that I find utterly necessary to recover. Okay, I was really really sick, so I'm trying to recover, and in my efforts to recover, I'm going to get advice from a medical doctor that's been treating me for years to tell me what he feel I need to do. At the present
Okay.
time, the doctors in the Philippines, they said that I was stable enough to go home, that my condition was improving every day. They gave me things to do to continue the improvement. So I don't need to spend money to double check their opinion, because I got an opinion that I respect highly that will be paid for free. Don't have to get on no plane, even though I'm recovering. I feel a lot better. I don't feel like getting on no
Okay.
airplane.
Let's read this because this is a good question. Thanks for the super chat, Blizzard Rod. He says, I don't understand. He said he's only been there a year, so he's not that far removed from living in the USA.
No, that's not true. I've been coming to the Philippines since 2006.
Yeah, but he said
2006.
living here, living here. He
I've
said
I've
living here.
lived I've lived here longer than I'm here now before.
But
Now
he's
I'm
saying
here.
that you've only this but you just got sick, brother. We trying to help you, man. You
So
pushing
what you
back.
want,
Eh,
so what you want
he-
me to do? What you want me to do? Go to the US? Let's
no,
talk
he's
about that.
saying that
If
you're
he
not
want to
that
help,
far removed. He said you're not that far removed from leaving the US and and you're sick already.
oh, and I'm
So
sick already.
all that good health care over there evidently wasn't working. Or you've went downhill since you've been here.
Well, see, this is what everybody needs to understand. This is what you need to understand. The downhill was caused by something. Okay? You don't just get sick and whatever. My downhill fall was caused because I didn't have my medicines. I didn't have the correct medicines. So if you understand that, you'll know that I've been here all this time. I've been healthy. I've been good. I ran into a problem with my medicines and it got me sick. Now, as it got me sicker, I was unable to continue my plan that I had initiated years ago to go to Guam if I ever got sick. Because one thing for sure and two for certain, hypothyroidism will hit you real hard and real fast
Yeah.
and
So
debilitate you.
did they give you your medication in the hospital?
Yes. That's the only way I'm here today. It's the only way I'm here today.
Angelo says, LOL, I gotta go, guys. This is killing me. But seriously, good luck to this man. And thanks, Cal, for trying to help this gentleman. Yeah, that's all we can do. They're saying, are your wives there with you to help you?
No, that's not a concern. I have help. I don't need help. I have all the help that I need. That has no bearings on, well, it does have a bearing on my health, but it has no negative bearings on my health.
Thanks, Mitch, for that super chat. He said, I can't imagine depending on someone to send my medications. Well, that's just the way we set stuff up, but that's his plan, but when you say, hey man, I don't think that's a real good plan, who am I to say it's not a good plan if that's the only way if he can get his medication? My
They don't even
thing
sell
is,
in the US, in the Philippines.
my thing is, a lot of us really aren't in a position to live here. We're forcing it. Okay. And then when an emergency does come up, we need help. That's not the way to live in your retirement, is all I'm saying. Somebody's going to get some help on this live stream today. Somebody who's getting ready to pull that trigger is going to think, do I really want to live over there, or do I want to just go back and forth because my health care is no good? I don't have 20,000 in the bank to self-care or for an emergency or whatever it is. Because you got guys coming over here, believe it or not, on a one-way ticket. Okay, and then they're buying a bullshit onward ticket, man. We're smarter than that. Okay, we've thrown our common sense down the toilet. Okay, but it's not getting through to y'all. Only thing's getting through to y'all is these women and dating. That's the only thing y'all listening to. 75% of the people watching this have no ample health care coverage. And 100% of you will probably won't have coverage when you come over here. Unless you got TRICARE for life or something like that. We got to get it together, guys, because it's not enough vloggers over here with big enough platforms to bail us out when we need help. That's all I'm saying. That's not a good plan. Okay? Because I asked you, did you have a plan? Because I'm not pushing back on you, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's just how I am. What were you going to do if nobody came to your rescue and helped you? What was your plan after that?
Well, actually, I had a sources to help me. And those people told me that I was getting donations online. And I didn't know that I was getting donations online. So when I looked and saw I was getting donations online, the sources that was going to pay for my medical care, help me pay for my medical care, says, okay, we will get this money. We'll see to it that your bill is paid, et cetera, et cetera. Anything you need
Okay.
when you get out, you let us know. You see,
Yeah.
because
But that doesn't
financially,
sound right, though. So if you had somebody that was going to pay for your health care, why did you get online and ask for help?
the reason why was because at the time I didn't know they were going to pay. I didn't know.
Okay. Drew, thanks for that super chat. He said, what if the doctor in Ohio says the results are not good? Will you get on a plane back to the U.S. since his advice is the one you trust?
It all depends.
So you're basically going to be your own doctor.
Well, no, I'm not going to be my own doctor. It's like, see, my philosophy is a whole lot different than a lot of people. If I'm going to go back to the U.S. and I'm going to have to live a lifestyle, or I'm going to have to live my quality of life is going to be inferior. I'm not one of those type of people. You see, I rather live my life with the quality of life I have. When my time is up, hey man, my time is up.
Yeah.
Ding a ling a
Yeah.
ding. It's
And you
up.
that all sounds good, man. And we, like I said, I never would have reached out to you to try to help you if we didn't sincerely want to help you and let you get better. Okay. But you only get one get out of a hospital free card. I'm talking to everybody that's out there. Okay. Do you have a plan now if you go back into the hospital and you're on your back, big man in the Philippines? Do you have another plan?
Well, only plan I
Yes or
have.
no?
Yes, I have
Do
another
you have a
plan.
plan?
Yes.
If you go back in the hospital and be in the condition you were just in, do you got a plan to get out of there? Because if you do, then we're fine. That's what we want to know. We did all of that to come back to that question. If
If
you
I
get sick and have to go in the hospital again, do you have a plan to pay your bill?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Discerning Dash, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, TRICARE for life isn't enough everywhere in the Philippines. No, isn't enough. He said, everywhere in the Philippines doesn't take it. I have TRICARE for life, and I'm going to buy a local health plan in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's what this guy was saying. He was offering.
Yeah, but you don't understand. You may be uninsurable.
I don't know.
Everybody, yeah, I mean, fill out the application, but I'm an insurance agent, okay? That's what I do.
Mm.
I'm telling you that your insurance is going to cost you a fortune, okay? That's what I'm telling you. So, you can listen to that guy if you want, okay?
Well,
And,
I'm
and
gonna
I'm
give.
glad he did come forward, but that's not a viable option for you if you only make $1,200 a month and you don't have any savings set aside. Your plan may cost you 1,200. Okay. I had a friend over here. He had an aneurysm. Okay. But years ago, he's recovered from it. He tried to get a policy over here. It was $360 a month. He
Mm.
never stepped foot in the hospital in the Philippines. But Blizzard Abroad, thanks for that super chat. He said, that's what I was saying. He's so against coming to the US. He was just here less than a year ago, but won't come back for his health. Yeah, he said, what's changed in a year? And he says, bro, you was on your deathbed a couple of days ago. I think people are getting the wrong impression that we're picking on him. We're not. We're trying to help him. Okay, we've helped him to this point, but, life and health is nothing to play about. I mean, he could sugarcoat it all we want. You know, I hope and pray that this guy has gotten the help he needs, continues to improve. Because, man, they're already making videos about you out here. You know that, right?
No,
Not that you care. Not that you care. But
you said they're
they
making
are
videos.
because, yeah, they're making videos about you, making fun of you and everything like that, right? The point I'm trying to make is people over here really don't give a damn. I do. I give a damn. But most people don't give a damn, man.
Yeah, I saw some.
That's all
I
I'm
saw.
saying, guys. If you listening here, before you come over here, think it all the way through. Okay, make
Yeah,
sure you got a viable plan to move on the other side of the planet. You don't have to come here and live permanently. Okay? That's all I'm saying because there's no help over here for you for real. He's very fortunate. The big man in the Philippines is very, very fortunate. Broke John. He's very, very fortunate, man, that those people in Dumaguete came to his aid. But how many people you see out here on the street? Okay, nobody's coming to their aid. They've overstayed their visas. They have no money. They have no place to stay. And before it gets to that point, man, people need to say, well, hell, the Philippines ain't going nowhere. I can go home, go back to the lab, rethink my plan, and come back. But you say that's not an option for you. There's no option. Going back to the States is not an option, right?
it is zero possibilities of an option.
Well, he said, what is his backup plan? What is your backup plan now
For what? Well,
for
backup
your
plan for
situation? For
my
your
situation.
situation.
I tried to explain that presently I'm recovering from an illness that was due to lack of my medication. I have the paperwork from the hospital sent to my doctor. My doctor will review it and make an appointment with me to tell me what he suggests I do. Now, when he make a suggestion to tell me what I need to do, then I will follow that suggestion.
But I mean, what kind of backup plan do you have?
For becoming ill, for paying bills,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
backup plan for my health, backup plan
yeah.
for my
For
health.
for for, for paying hospital bills.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Number one, if you don't have the money when you first get here, you're not going to get it. Number two, if you spend the money that you had when you got here, you're not going to recoup it. You'll be dead and in the grave by the time you recoup it.
We're
So
not
what
asking
can you
that. We're
do?
asking
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
what is
you're
your
asking
backup
me,
plan?
how am I planning on financially sustaining any medical expenses going forward? And once again, in order for me at this stage of the game, because of what has happened, I would have to depend on family and associates in the USA to help me out. That would
Is
be
that a
my
good plan? Is
backup.
that a good plan? Is that a good plan for talk to the man who hasn't come over here yet and help him? Be
If
honest.
if
Is
if
that
you're a
no?
person,
Listen. Is that a good plan for a man, a grown ass man, to have? Not you, but grown ass people are watching us right now, big man in Philippines, and you're talking to them. And I want to ask you, yes or no? Is that a good plan to come
yes,
over
it
here
is.
and if something goes wrong, to
Yes,
depend
it
on your
is.
friends and
Yeah,
family?
yeah, that's a good plan. If you can have someone to depend on, that's a good plan. If
Well,
you
where
don't have
were
no,
they when you were sick? Where were they when you were sick and you
what do you
couldn't
mean?
get out of the hospital? That's all I'm saying. Where were these people? Because I'm telling you, you can't depend on your family. Okay? When I went broke over here trying to get my son out of the hospital, man, it was a Filipino man who loaned me that money. I was earning over $100,000 a year at the time. My family, I couldn't get a penny out of them. They're like, oh, we told you don't go over there. And all that other bullshit, man. That's not, you cannot depend on other people. Okay, if you won't say it, I'm going to say it.
Well, here's what I'm
Okay,
gonna say.
sorry,
Here's
Booby.
what I'm gonna say.
Booby said that's a bad
Here-
word.
Here's what I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna say everybody has their experiences. And what I'm gonna tell you is this. If you have someone that you can depend on, you can do that. You can make it. If you don't have anyone you can depend on, like Sunshine said, you're gonna be up the creek without a paddle. But if you do, you can make this trip. You can have that assurance that if you get sick, this is how
Yeah.
you're going to resolve it.
But you
Now,
didn't, but why would I want to listen to you saying that when you did not have the help? That's what I'm saying. You didn't
that's
have
what
the help.
that's where you're drawing an assumption. You're drawing an
Well, you
assumption.
said it out. You said it
No,
out of your mouth. You said it out of your
nobody.
mouth.
I never said I didn't have. I never said that.
You
When did I
did.
say?
You said
I
I
never.
need. You said I need help paying my bill to get out of here.
Exactly right. That's what I said I needed. Now, I'm reaching out to my family, my friends who watch my video because I have no other way to contact. I was sick. So I put it on the YouTube so that someone would tell my family that I'm sick. But it went another way.
No, you said pay the bills and I'll pay you back, man. Don't lie. We heard you. It's on the
Hold on,
it's
brother.
on the YouTube.
Don't tell me not to lie. I ain't got no damn reason to lie. What I said was exactly what you said. Now, who was I talking to? Okay,
You was talking to
don't
us.
assume. Don't assume. Don't. You're
Okay, brother.
assuming. The
All right.
brother
Yeah,
sent
yeah, you're
my
right. Yeah.
information. The
Yeah,
brother sent
you're
me
right.
my information because he said he wanted to see if you would help me. I
You
sent a message
said
to my family
no.
and friends. You said when you saw it, only a few people. I had got contact from family and friends that offered to
You
help me.
said you were asking. You said I'm asking my viewers and subscribers for help. This is what you said on the video. But let's don't even go there, man. Okay. But thanks anyway, guys, for
You
your super
already
chat,
went.
super stickers,
You
because
already went.
we're really not getting anywhere. We got him some help. We're gonna put your information into the comment section. I'm gonna put it in the description. If anybody wants to help the big man in the Philippines get back on his feet, okay? Because, you know, everybody needs help once in a while. I brought him on here because I wanted to show everybody that it could happen to you. It's nothing for him to be ashamed about, okay? Or anybody to be ashamed about, okay? But I'm just saying that you only get one get out of the hospital free card. You were very fortunate. It's not a good plan. Do not come over here depending on friends and family, guys. That's not a good plan. I don't care if anybody tells you that. That's bullshit. I'm telling you it's not. Stand on your own 2 feet. If you have to delay your trip here, if you got to cut it short, if you got to live half the time in America, half the time here, do that. If you don't have enough money, if you don't have a financial plan, a health plan, a protection plan, and all you plan on doing is sticking your banana in some woman's tailpipe, that's all we're worried about. Okay? This is a prime example of what's going to happen to you. Guys, I was a prime example. No one came to my rescue. The Filipino guy, he knew my wife and son. He said, here's the 50,000 to get them out, because he knew if you stay in the hospital, bills keep going up. Without him, man, I'd probably still be over here. That was 2012. So thank you, brother. You know, I hope you didn't take this the wrong way, but life and health is nothing to play about. I don't sugarcoat nothing on my channel, okay? If you still need help, we're going to help you. That's why I brought you on here, okay? But I would suggest you going to Guam, going back to Guam or going back to the United States and get your health together, man, you know, because if you in that bed again, man, I promise you, man, they're not going to help you. I hate to tell you, okay? I just hate to say it. That's just blunt, because you were fortunate. A lot of people that said some man laying in the hospital now needing help. He didn't get it, okay? But do you want to say anything else before we get off of here?
Once again, I want to thank you for the things that you did for me, that Sunshine Shoulders community did for me. I want you to know that I appreciate it. I want you to know that the things that the Godfather tells on his podcast, and yeah, I call him the Godfather. I used to call him a sheikh, but I call him the Godfather. The things that he says on his show, I want you guys to know that they have 100% and a ton of truth in them, and they're all boots on the ground experience. And even though if you may not like it, if it seemed to be a little harsh, I suggest you just think about what he say and say, what if it's exactly how he say it is? And go with it, okay? And go with it, okay? Now, if you're
Yeah,
all for
I take it serious today because I stuck my neck out there, okay?
yeah,
And I'll do it again, but, you know, if I'm going to stick my neck out there, then I'm going to, you know, give you the real deal, the nitty gritty, you know. People don't
yes, sir.
want to help us over here. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying to you, man. You know, whatever the doctor told you to do it, okay?
yeah, yeah,
Exercise. You don't have to
yeah,
lift weights. Walk, eat better.
yeah,
Get rid of that sugar, okay?
yeah, yeah.
Bring them wives around so they can help you. Why you got 4 wives? Where are they? It's like, come on and help me. I need help right now. I'm sick. Do your wifely duties. You know, whatever it takes, brother. We want you to get better.
Yeah.
But I'm just letting you know, and anybody watching this, if you get sick over here, if you go broke over here, if you have a problem over here, man, more than likely, you're going to be ignored. No one's going to sympathize with you. They're going to say you should have had a better plan. There's not going to be a
Unless,
sunshine shoulders
unless,
or old dog new tricks to come to your rescue.
unless
Okay?
you fortunate enough that someone who is kind, considerate, and thoughtful of other people like Sunshine Shoulders get a whiff and decide to help you. That's the only way, man. That's the only way. Because nobody
Yeah,
else
but
is going.
that's not a good plan.
Nobody's
That's
going to
not a
put their
good
hand.
plan.
I'm just telling you, nobody else is going to. Just as he said, nobody else is going to offer you. They're not going to do nothing for you. Okay, so yeah, you need to have a good plan.
Hey, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, 2 words, thank you. You're welcome, man. But like I said, I've been on that other side. I help anybody if I can. Okay. But
Yeah.
this is serious business, man. That's just simply the bottom line. He said, did Calvin say 4 wives? Yeah, he said he had 4 wives.
I said a
I
Muslim
did.
can have 4 wives.
I
I
can have
said
4 wives.
Muslim
But
have
how many
four
you
wives.
got? 3? You got 3,
That's
right?
that's something I don't tell. I don't put that out there.
Okay, brother. But thanks for your time today. We didn't mean to get you riled up. We just trying
No,
to get an update because
yeah,
people want to know. Because I tried to tell. I don't know you. I want them to know this. I don't know this man. I've never met him. I've only seen him on the YouTube. So they was asking me, "Oh, is he a scammer? Is this and that?" I said, "As far as I know, he's not." I said, if you go look in his video, he's really suffering in that hospital. If
yeah.
you can help, if you want to help him. Okay. So I want you to come on here and give an update if you want to thank everybody and all that and just kind of talk. I never asked you what was wrong with you. That's none of my business. I would never do that. A lot of people are saying, well, why don't he tell us what's wrong? You can't do that, guys. There's something called private health information. HIPAA is
Well, I mean,
worldwide.
the
It's none of your
viewers,
business anyway, and it's not going to help his situation.
your viewers, I think have somewhat of a right to ask what's wrong. Okay, and basically, I'm gonna try to say it again and explain. My medications were insufficient, and over a period of months, it put me into a bad health situation. And that bad health situation escalated very quickly one day. And I was unable to get out of here, and I ended up in the hospital in the Philippines. Now, that's what happened. That's why I'm sitting here today recovering, only because I lost connection with my medication, and the medications that I was getting was not adequate. They were from India and from here and from there. They were no good. The doctor here in the Philippines said that those medicines are no good. So anyhow, for your viewers, for the people who sent their money, this is what happened to me. Okay. Now, why is it that I'm recovering? I'm recovering because my body and all the different parts of my body that's been affected are now getting their thing together. They're moved, they're getting together. You see, the new ailment that I have, I'm handling that. So this is what happened. This is how I got sick.
Okay,
This happened to
we're getting ready
anyone.
to get off here because we don't want to stress you anymore. But do you need any more help? Do you need anything while we got you on here?
At the present time, brother, only thing I really need is for people to pray and continue to watch Sunshine Shoulders. And just remember, when you help other people, you truly help yourself. And
Hey,
that's it.
thanks, John Johnson. He said, what is the situation? He keeps talking about medication. I think he said he's got thyroid. Something's going wrong with your thyroid, right? Is
Well,
that what it was?
that was one of my problems was I became hypothyroid. I did receive medications in the mail yesterday. So I did get a 90-day supply of my medicines.
He said, if you don't have a real plan, he said, you're going to be back in the same place in no time. Well, hopefully that's not true. Hopefully you're going to take care and follow the doctor's orders and get back to making those videos. Because other than that, man, but okay, guys, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of
And one thing
trouble.
too for certain.
Okay, they said you were dying. They said you were dying.
Huh? I don't know what that's about. I have no idea what that's about.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
I don't.
guys, thank y'all so much. Thank you, big man in the Philippines. Are you going to be making any more videos or anything?
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I will. I will go. I'm on my way to Sarangani now, and when I come back from Sarangani, I'm going to put a video out, and yeah, I'm going to talk about this this insurance. I'm going to talk about this getting sick. I'm gonna try to spread it around between the two conversations, and I'm going to let the people know that this is not a joke. This is serious, and it can be fatal. It can be detrimental. You
He
see?
said, "Are you using?" He said, "Are you using the donations to travel?" Once you give him the money, guys, it's not yours anymore. It's his. Let's don't do that, okay?
No,
Let's
let's
don't
do
do
that.
that.
Let's do that. From what I understand, they gave 70,000. I can show you my last bill
No,
that
you,
was
you
paid.
don't have to do. You don't have to do that, man.
No,
We're gonna get off here, bro. Okay.
from the internet,
I don't even know why I
70,000.
even read that last one.
I paid 87,000 on the last bill. That did not include the 70-some thousand that was paid prior. So yeah, no, I'm not using your money to travel. As a matter of fact, I've been monetized on YouTube, and I don't even know what my pay is because I haven't even went and looked at it. But anyhow, check this out. Sarangani is like 20 minutes away. Not 20 minutes away. It's like 20 peso air conditioned bus ride away. I'm going to get my driver's license. I got a motorcycle that I done fell on 6 times, but I'm gonna get my driver's license. Okay.
Okay,
So
brother. Take care. We wish only the best for you. Thank y'all for listening today. Let's hope that this brother can get back on his feet and continue to live his dream over here in the Philippines. But if you didn't learn anything on this live stream, you're never gonna learn anything, guys. Okay. Okay. Have a good plan over here. Okay. Depending on friends, family, vloggers, and strangers to pull you through, man, it's not gonna get it, guys. Okay. Take care,
it's not
everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks again, brother. Big man in the Philippines.